So, the popular Subnautica franchise looks like it's going to be getting a third installment. Now, many things have came out over the past few weeks. Unfortunately, no gameplay or anything resembling a solid release date. The only thing that we do know really that is the game is in development. Now, if you don't know, Subnautica is absolutely awesome. It is a great survival game, and Subnautica Below Zero, once again, brilliant survival game. I definitely don't think it's as good as the first one, but that's just me personally. Now, if you're a fan of Subnautica or the developers Unknown Worlds, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, and stick around for more Subnautica content. We have done a load of Subnautica stuff in the past, mainly playthroughs. I think we did some little tips and tricks, so if you do want to check that out, the playlist will be in the top right now. Now, Subnautica is a survival action, I would say sort of atmospheric horror. It's quite a scary game, especially if you're scared of the ocean and what could possibly be lurking beneath. It's really, really cool. It's loads of fun, and if you are a survival fan, you've definitely heard of it, or maybe even played it. Now, Subnautica 3 is potentially going to be coming relatively soon, much sooner than we think. Now, we got the first news of Subnautica via a financial report from Krafton, which is their publisher, which announced a few other games as well, similar to a PUBG style, a new sort of extraction game from those guys, and something else, and obviously Subnautica. Now, it is just known as the Subnautica series, so we don't know what the game's actually going to be called yet. Obviously, we had Subnautica and then Subnautica Below Zero, so this could be something completely different. Now, will it be ocean-based? I do hope so, because that is one of the beautiful things about the game. It is a little bit more laid back, but also has those scary elements that really jump out at you, which is great. Now, it does seem like we could get to see something along these lines towards the start of 2024, because the developers posted this. Now, this was on the 15th of December. Your recent excitement for the next game in the Subnautica universe has been infectious. While we're not quite ready to surface more info yet, keep watching this space and we'll share more about our early access plans in 2024. So, early access plans. Judging by their previous releases, the first game was in the early access phase for almost 4 years, with it first releasing on the 16th of December 2014, and then finally releasing into full 1.0 launch on January 23rd, 2018. So that is a hell of a long time to be in early access. And it does seem like in this one, and for Subnautica Below Zero, they did speed things up a little bit, with a January 30th of 2019 release, and then a full 1.0 release in May the 14th of 2021. So just over 2 years on that one. Now, there was other things released in that Krafton report, which were basically that the game will be releasing early 2025. Whether that will be at 1.0, because it does say that they'll be releasing on consoles for the 2025 launch. So, more than likely, there will be an early access period that is just on PC. So that early access period could start to come to us in 2024. That is hoping, because 2024 is just around the corner. So hopefully we hear something within the next few months about when this will be playable, or whether we see a certain trailer or something along those lines. Because these guys are great with the community, they have a really good history of listening to the community feedback and shaping the games on that. Both of their previous titles have shown that, and they will not launch a game into full release until they are 100% ready that it is better than that first early access product. With Below Zero, we saw some massive changes between the early access release and full release. Same with the original game. With the original game, there was many things that were improved on and added all the way through that cycle, and it turned out to be an absolutely phenomenal game. They did recently release Subnautica 2.0, which was basically a big update and graphical overhaul for the original game. And that was really, really good. That was when we did our last playthrough. I'm pretty sure it was towards the start of this year or the back end of 2022. But how long have they been in on this game? How long has it been in development for? And could we see something a little bit better towards the start of 2024 rather than the end? Now, they listed a job for a senior narrative designer in 2022, and that was towards the start in April. So the game could have been in works for quite some time already. So over a year and a half, or they could have been getting somebody in and then starting to build things a little bit later. I really don't know anything about game design and the actual process that goes into it. So not 100% sure whether that indicates that they've been in development for a while or not, but hopefully it does. Now, if you have played the Subnautica games, you will know the only thing that many people want is a multiplayer aspect. Obviously not something like PvP, an underwater sort of extraction hunter-shooter. No, they would more likely do something similar to co-op. Now, they sold 5 million copies of that original game, but that number could easily be double with a co-op aspect. There are so many players in the gaming community that will only play games with other people, which is great. Loads of people enjoy that, and it does bring a lot of longevity to a game. Especially shooters, you can jump in together, do different things, and have loads of fun, and same with survival games. Once you've built everything up, if you're playing solo, there's not really much you can do if you've got that sort of OP end game base. But when you've got co-op, you can build a community together and make things a hell of a lot better. How would co-op work in Subnautica? No one knows. It is not 100% sure. Could it be some sort of co-op where it's just the two of you building things, or could you have a group of 4 to 6 and build a whole community and basically a massive underwater city? I think the latter would be cool, but the first one is much more likely. There are plenty of great things about the Subnautica franchise, and they are just pretty much a favourite amongst people, I believe. I don't think I've met anyone that doesn't like Subnautica. It's absolutely great game. If you are a survival fan, Subnautica is the one for you. So the third installment is going to be absolutely insane. Hopefully it's better than Below Zero. I did like Below Zero, but nowhere near as much as the original. The original was the absolute best, and it was just so much fun. So I really do hope that they follow that a little bit more closely than they followed Below Zero. But they could go the complete opposite direction with this. It could be more land-based, or you could be on the spaceship, one of the giant spaceships that sends you around to all these planets. There could be a hell of a lot more unveiled in that storyline, which I think would also be really cool. There's a really good chunk of lore in the Subnautica games, and hopefully, well, more than likely, they will continue that, and we could get a bit more explanation to some things that are pretty much unknown. But we'll see. But now though, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap that one up there. What do you think? Are you excited to play Subnautica? Do you know anything else? Let me know down in the comments if I've missed anything. I've been doing quite a bit of research on this one, and I can't really find much else about it, which is a shame. Hopefully, we find out more very soon. I'm very excited. For now, though, I've been Wyatt. You've been awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.